Hello loves, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be talking about palm stones. But before we get started, I just wanted to remind you guys that the second part of the Ancestral workshop series that we're doing is up, so you can get your tickets in the link down below. This part is going to be all about healing the patriarch. This is going to be your paternal line, and we're going to be doing an 1-hour ancestor meditation. There's going to be a workbook. There's going to be a couple other things, so including unlocking ancestral gifts, lots of things. But this is part 2 to the workshop that we just did. If you happen to miss the first one, which is all about your maternal line, that workshop is still up on my Patreon. One of the things that I like to do is that I like to give you guys access to all of the workshops that I've done in the past. So I've made it available for the Patreon members to just be able to dive into all of the ones that I've done them in the past. So that way it's easier for them to have access and, go over all the meditations, all the spell work, all of the things, and, dive deeper into their studies. So if you missed part 1, part 2 is still available. It's at the high priestess level of the Patreon member page on Patreon, which will be linked down below. But definitely make sure you get your tickets for part 2 because it's going to be a whole entire experience. With that being said, we are going to get started. We're going to be talking about palm stones. Okay. These are just some of the ones that I have right now. And palm stones, let me just get them out of the little baggie. Palm stones are crystals that have been basically, like, this is kind of like the traditional kind of shape to a palm stone. This kind of shape where it's very much like, oval kind of shaped. And they're basically curved in and kind of just flattened out or curved out in the back. So they basically fit perfectly in the palm of your hands, and you could just hold it in between your hands, and the kind of scooped out part works well for your for your thumb or your fingers to just kind of like work your way through the crevices. If you find a spot that you really kind of just like to go over a lot because of how it feels or whatnot, you can just hold it in your hands, and depending what kind of crystal you're working with, generally speaking, all palm stones are amazing for de-stressing. This is a really great thing to kind of carry around if you're a very anxious person, or if you kind of have moments where out of nowhere you're just feeling like an overwhelming sense of not being grounded, or feeling a little bit shaky, or kind of like being very in your head and not being grounded enough. You're going to want to carry a palm stone. Any palm stone would do, but I would say one of the grounding ones work really, really well. I would suggest this one, which is eucalyptus and tiger's eye as well. Really grounding palm stones are great for just kind of bringing you back down. This is also great when you're done after doing like a meditation and doing kind of like let's say you were meditating for like 30 minutes, or you're amping up your meditations. You just started meditating for 30 minutes or an hour, and you're feeling very up in your head. To kind of ground yourself, drink some water, grab a palm stone, and just start to kind of just like relax, hold it in your hands, and just kind of it's one of those things that you want to just do on autopilot, like how it just let it feel good. Just hold it in your hands, fiddle with it. This is one of those things, like those gadgets that people will buy like on Amazon to kind of de-stress and calm them down. Like palm stones are the crystal version of that, and they work really, really, really well for what they do. Depending on the crystal that you're using, it can be grounding, it can be helping you in different areas. One of my favorite ones is this blue quartz one. This one is amazing for communication and creativity, and it helps with your throat chakra. You guys know I'm a moon in Gemini, so sometimes, like, if I'm like thinking, or if I'm like, I mean, it doesn't happen often, but like say I want an idea for something, or if I want to be able to express something in a certain way, or if I'm even try to let go of thoughts or de-escalate something in my mind, because you guys, my Mars is in Sagittarius, so I can get very educationally passionate about things. So sometimes I gotta like de-escalate in my mind. I will grab my blue quartz palm stone, which is heart-shaped. It's so cute. I love this one. I got this one from Moonlight and Sage, and it has like this really nice like scoop. It's like deeper than like these two, actually. It's like deeper than these two, if you can kind of see the curve in. It's like slightly deeper. These two are also like the heart ones, and they're a little bit smaller, but they work really, really well. A lot of the time, if I'm like, let's say I'm going outside, or like I'm, you know, I don't know, running errands or something like that, but I'm feeling verbally a little bit blocked or something, I will just put this in my back pocket, or I will put it like a nipple pasty. Like I will, like if I have a bra on, I rarely wear bras, but if I do, I will stick it in there. This is like one of my go-tos. Like I could just have one in each side, and it just works really, really well. I really like using these just to kind of clear the energy without me even having to think about it, and to assist that area that I'm having an issue with. There's also kind of like smaller palm stones that are kind of like flattened out. This one doesn't have that curve in. This is a lab. Let me just get the flash for y'all so y'all can see the flash. I'm trying to get, there we go. Y'all can see it. So this is like a smaller one. This is a lab. I like to use this in meditations, but I also like to carry this in my pocket. It also works really well to like stick in a bra or something. And I'll just take it off, and I'll take it out, and then I'll just play with it with my thumb. So I'll just like flick it around, and let's say I'm doing some divination outside, or I'm, you know, in the park, or like at the beach or something like that, and I'm trying to connect to something, or I'm trying to connect to the element, or I'm trying to get a message, or I'm trying to connect to the land, or ask or call on like an animal spirit or something like that. I will kind of fiddle with this, and I will just kind of try to relax my third eye and just concentrate and clear my head, and just welcome in messages from spirit in that way, in order for me to just be open. So this is really, really great, especially for, you know, if you're trying to do more development when it comes to your third eye. This one's great as well. But they're really great. I stick these in my back pocket, and I'll just like, you really like, if I just wanted to ground myself, I'll just connect my energy, especially with your palms. Your palms are really, really important when it comes to energy work. So you just want to fiddle it with your hands. You can close your eyes if you wanted to, or you can kind of just go on autopilot. Both work really, really well. Go to on autopilot, and just allow yourself to continue to like just fiddle with it, just relax. The energy is going to work as you are touching it, as is in your proximity, as is in your hands, as is on your body. It's going to work, and you're going to start feeling it. And as you're doing more energy work, you'll be able to kind of feel the energies of these, just how they're giving out. The second you touch them, the energy that they like wear. So where I am, being a Reiki master, and where I am energy healing wise, I can just pick one up right away and immediately start feeling where the energy is like going, like where the energy of this crystal, where it's meant to help, because it starts to flow in right away. So as soon as I hold this one, it goes straight through my throat. I can feel it just going straight through my throat, and just like the energy is just kind of like flowing through my hands all the way up here. So you can kind of just like, depending on the crystal that it is and which one it is that you want to work with, you can just hold it in your hands. The grounding ones always go to my feet. To the base of my spine and my feet, it just goes straight down. So I'll just start, you know, to connect to the ground. You can do like a meditation, easy grounding meditation with this. But it helps to really kind of keep you in balance throughout your day. If you're someone that lacks grounding, this is also a great way to work with crystals and the earth element, and incorporate energy healing, and start incorporating energy healing if you haven't done so already, or if you have issues with it, or if you're starting off. This is a really, really easy way to just kind of incorporate that. And it's really nice to just be able to, you know, have these on and just like have that connection. I know people, and I have friends in the community that have like designated palm stones that they just cannot live without them. And you can like recharge them at certain times. Like let's say you're outside in the park, you can have it recharging. You can ask one of the tree spirits to let you charge it in the ground. You can, you know, refresh it by the river, depending on if the crystal can get wet or not. You can recharge it by the ocean, on the ocean as well, and have it get a nice cleanse. There's so many different ways to work with them, but I highly recommend incorporating palm stones into your practice. They're very, very easy type of work to do, spiritual work to do, and you're able to really do so much with like a subtle kind of energy focus. So yeah, so I hope that this video helped you understand how to work with palm stones. Definitely look into the properties of the one that you want to get. Highly recommend. But once you do, just have it on you all of the time. You'll be able to kind of start seeing the shifts and the changes, how you're feeling while you're using them as well. So take your time with them, play around with them, and really just allow yourself to connect with them, and it's going to help you develop energy wise as you go on within your practice. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to check out the Patreon down below and the workshop. I will see y'all in the next video. Have a blessed day. Bye.